Yandy ride or die for real.
Right.
She
did that. Now listen, you know what the crazy thing about that is? In the beginning, I didn't think she could do it, right? Because I know how clingy she was, right? And prior to me having this case, I remember I grew up watching my friends go to prison, and they used to be stressing over a girl, and I'd be like, "Yo, do your time, stop worrying about it." So I vowed to never be them, right? Just because I had that chip on my shoulder, and I had trust issues. So when I was on my way to prison, I was like, "Listen, just be my friend." Right? Because I don't want you to have these. I don't want to have these expectations and get let down. Because I've been let down my whole life. Right. I had expectations, and everyone I had expectations let me down, and I didn't want this relationship ruined.
Did you tell her that? I told her that, but did you really mean that?
I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't mean it. I wanted to see if she take the exit. Like if he giving me sometimes
I'm gonna take it.
And sometimes you give someone an out and see if they take it. And if they take it, that's what they really want, the out. But you give it to them. And she didn't take it. And I was happy she didn't take it. But I felt like as being responsible and being realistic, I had to give her out.
I mean, she was on the front lines when she was at protest, the inhumane conditions. She got pepper sprayed in the process. I mean, bruh, you got a real one.
Yeah, listen, that was crazy because I asked her, like, why are you doing that? Like, because I'm in the inside, and I was worried for her. And she was like, that could have been you in there. That could have been you living in them conditions. So, again, it hit close to home. So, with Yandy being an activist, at first I didn't get it. Because I thought, I'm so used to fighting for people we know. Not fighting for people we don't know. But I get it now.
When did you realize, obviously Yandy stood by you, but when did you realize, was it that when you came out and she was still waiting for you, that she the one?
No, through the process, right? So she
never wavered.
She come visit, she was coming to visit every week in the beginning, then every 2 weeks, and then she would fly back, have an event, and didn't even get no sleep and go straight on the highway to come visit me, bring the kids is sleepy. The weave is almost off, the makeup is out. And just to sit there with me for like 5-6 hours, not enough sleep, but just to make sure that we keep our connection, and also I keep the connection with the kids.
Wow. You mentioned that you saw her go, she was in Dubai, and then you guys got married in Dubai.
Yeah.
What was that moment like?
When she said, let's have a destination wedding, first thing I said, that's going to be expensive. Right? So I'm like, oh my God.
Destination, you mean like Destin, Florida? Or you talking about?
We had like about 60, 70 people come.
What?
So I'm thinking like, well, who's paying for all this? Right? Because me, I'm very calculated when it comes to spending my money now, right? So, I'm not in the streets no more, so I'm very calculated. So I'm thinking like, with Yandy, she don't give me no breaks. The day that I was paying bills at some point from prison, right? Because she said, I'm not a single mother, you gonna help me. And then the day I got out, I think she gave me like 3 or 4 days off, and then I think the first was coming up, and she was like, because I got the first, I got out on the 29th, January 29th. By the 1st of February, probably 2 or 3 days, she's like, hey, let's talk about these bills. I'm like, what? You didn't give me a chance to, I didn't even get the jail food out my system yet. I still got jail food in my stomach. Let me shit that out first. Like, come on, my back still hurt from sleeping. Let me get a little comfortable. And also, what's my plan? Right? I gotta have a plan. My plan was in order. Right? So I know sometimes it take money to make money. So let me figure out how I'm gonna flip this before you just take it all. And she was like, you'll figure it out. Nobody gives me a break. Listen, you've been figuring out this long. You ain't gonna never stop figuring it out. So that's her mentality.
You know what to do. Hit the subscribe button and become an official member of Club Shay Shay, where we do something before 2 something.